In reading through the book of Exodus as the Israelites are coming out of Egypt on their way to the Promised Land, it's pretty obvious as you're reading through it that we and the Israelites share a common enemy. You know, they had a lot of enemies. They had the Egyptians who were coming after them, but that's not our common enemy. I don't think that's happening to any of us today. They had an enemy that was in front of them, which was the Red Sea, an enemy they couldn't get across or get through or get past on their own. But that's not our enemy. We have the enemy called coronavirus, but that wasn't their enemy. Those aren't our common enemies. The common enemy, the enemy that we share with the Israelites, is a liar. He's the liar who wants you to believe that you're all alone, that you're not going to win, that this is going to defeat you, that there's no hope. They had that enemy too. And as they were wrestling with their own thoughts of whether or not they should believe that liar, the Lord showed them what a lie it was. When the Lord told them to move forward toward the Red Sea, the Israelites and their enemies, they saw the waters part and open up. And as the Israelites went in, the cloud of God's presence, it separated the Israelites from the Egyptians. It protected them. It was a buffer between them. And then after the Israelites went in and the Egyptians followed them into the sea, then and the Lord caused the wheels of the Egyptians' chariots to fall off. And this was such a definitive act that saved the Israelites, and such a definitive act even in the eyes of the Egyptians, that the Egyptians said to one another, they said, let's get out of here, let's stop pursuing the Israelites, because, do you know what their because was? Because it's obvious that the Lord is fighting for them. Even their enemies knew. The Lord was fighting for them. In whatever situation you're in, it's tempting you to believe the lie that God doesn't have your back, that God's not fighting for you, that you're all alone, that you're not going to win, that God isn't concerned about someone like you. Just think about the day when God's enemy, the big enemy, he knew that the Lord is fighting for you. Easter morning, the day when Satan himself saw with his own eyes that he can lie all he wants. We just don't have to believe him. Jesus is alive. He is a living God whose enemies know and are confident that he is fighting for you. And if his enemies are confident that God is fighting for you, you can be too. Rest well tonight, my friends. God is fighting for you.